So back to what porn does, and this is just a little bit of research here. Low testosterone, are feeling insecure, having a bad day, not having hobbies or meditation or something to bump you back up. Then what you do is you just go online and the cocaine of pornography takes over your brain and you ejaculate. Usually it's about within 3 minutes, it's done. Porn sites say the average amount of time somebody spends on a porn site is 8 minutes total. That means going, searching through, finding the right woman, doing your thing, and you're done. And you never want to see that woman again. That's what women have to realize. If you have one night stand, you don't want to see you again in most cases. It's too much. You have to bond first. And that's a big subject, too big for now. But I want to just make this one point. When he does masturbate, his testosterone temporarily takes a surge. It feels alive. He feels great. But the flip side of that, just as if he took cocaine, he will now become depressed. The energy level will drop. And every man knows you feel awful afterwards. And now, unfortunately, I got to just get on my soapbox for a moment. They're teaching children to masturbate in schools now under the guise of, it feels good. This is loving yourself. No, it's not loving yourself. And every culture throughout history has always forbid it and shamed it. And it should be shamed, but in a loving way. Oh, we don't do that. It's as simple as that. You don't have to shame or get upset at your child or whatever it is. We just don't do that because it makes you sleepy. And your memory's not going to be as good. As long as you don't mess with that, you'll have fun later when you grow up with a partner. You can use it then. Whatever voices you want to do at different ages, you say something different to your kids. But that's not the point here. The point here is it's massively addictive, massively addictive. And suddenly, every time your energy goes down, you have to have that to feel alive. Then it will come back down. And that's the major reason the 20-year-olds have taken such a dip right now, is they're all doing porn. They're masturbating on average 2 to 3 times a day. That's when I read about it. I don't have any clients that's the case. I had some people, the guys who film my seminars, so I'll get into their shoes on this one. And I told them, you do this for a few years, and now you're not going to be able to keep it up with a real girl because you're depending upon non-personal relationship in order to have your arousal. And that desensitizes your dopamine receptor sites in your brain. And you see, what keeps men's testosterone levels from going too high is estrogen. They balance each other. So if you're with a real woman, your estrogen levels are naturally going to go higher. If you look at a whole average testosterone levels for men at every age, they make a conclusion. If you're a single man, you'll have the highest testosterones for your age group. If you're in a committed relationship, it'll be the next highest. If you're married, it takes a big drop. And if you have children, it takes another big drop. So logically speaking, now you come back, I look at the research and I say my experience and my logic is, well, what does that mean? Well, all those, if you're in a committed relationship, you love someone. If you're married, you love some even more. If you have children, you love even more. And what's the hormone of love? It's estrogen. So what it basically does, the more relational you are, the higher estrogen goes. So you have to have all these skills, men. If you're going to be married and have love, which is the greatest thing in the world, you have to be able to maintain your testosterone levels in the presence of your partner. And that's where all my relationship skills are skills to help men, train men to help women come back to their female side, because most of them are all on their male side today. How to come back. We talked about one skill is learning how to talk to a man about your day, your feelings of the day, in a way that he'll listen. How to talk to a man so he'll listen instead of getting defensive. That's a whole art of communication. You just can't throw it out there. You can't just say what you think and what you feel. You have to consider how this is going to land on the other side. So the practice run for this is talk about things in your 10 minutes that have nothing to do with him. Then there's nothing to get defensive about. All he's going to want to do is interrupt with solutions, and you end up with a smile on your face. Oh, no, I'm just talking because I feels good. I like to be close to you. I think about you all day, and I just want to connect with you again. Something sweet. You can easily train men if you understand what men need to hear to do something. You can always say, I'll give you $1,000 if you listen to me. He'll do it. But you don't need to do that. You just have to say, I just need you to listen to me for a few minutes and I'll feel better. I like to feel that way. I like to share myself. I can't share myself anywhere else. So final, we got a couple of minutes left. A study was done in Japan that said they have too much sex your testosterone level continues to go down, down, down. If you have
Mhm.
sex, and what I mean by sex here is ejaculate. See, when I have sex every day, I don't ever ejaculate. I teach men how to have orgasms without ejaculation. So you can be multi-orgasmic and so forth. This is a whole new art to learn. But the bottom line is, if you want to, even as preparation for that, you have to give up the addiction to ejaculation. You start by once a week, you ejaculate. Now, if you ejaculate twice a week, the studies show your testosterone levels will just continue being at baseline, and baseline goes lower and lower and lower. So they found the athletes in their 20s, if they ejaculated twice a week, their testosterone levels just stayed at baseline and went lower and lower. If you have sex with a partner once a week on Saturday night, say, and go abstain from ejaculation for 6 days, on the 7th day, they found with all the guys, when they woke up, their testosterone was 50% higher.